Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get on a city bus. I'm going to show you what life is like on a city bus. And this kind of temperature. It is freezing outside. So, take everything when you're about to see with a grain of salt. I'm going to sit here, and you're going to see what's going to happen. A lot of people may come, it may not be. But this morning, chaos. There were too many people waiting at the bus stop, and then most of the people couldn't get on the bus, so they had to wait another 15 to 10 minutes for another bus. So I'm using the TELESIN Chessman. I don't have the mind you, I do not, and I'm not using the TELESIN. Mind you, I'm butchering the name. This TELESIN. It is pronounced TELESIN. I am not using the TELESIN Mastercard. I'm using the Chessman.
Parking brake is off. Parking brake.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this video is with a product that our brand TELESIN sent me in the mail. It's going to be fine. So I'm going to do this as soon as I can. Let me stand up and you can see the bus. So it's hands-on experience with New York City bus during the winter. Now this is a free shuttle bus because there's no train service. Expect to be delays on this city. So I am headed back to work. Yep, I was hanging out on my porch most of the day because it's freezing outside. And I do not have work apparently tonight. They said I can have the night off. No. Which I'm not really scheduled for Sunday. I wanted to take Daniel Sunday because last 2 Sundays Daniel been taking his shifts. He's a college, so taking the cancel. battery that I have in my backpack do not work functionally correctly. So it forced me today to buy one. And then when I reached out to the manufacturer, Valley, about they agreeing with the cable, they admitted it that the cable that they sent me was wrong, and that's not supposed to fight. So here you go. Testing done. Even in some parts of Paris, London could be mixed up. But if you're using the underground, forget it. That shit's not.
Please exit through the rear door.
New York City, you're trying to use any of that NYPD. Confiscate. You see your ski roller in auction somewhere. So subscribe, like, and share, everybody. Welcome to the best life.
Please exit through the rear door.
Sorry everyone, I gotta adjust. Power sensor. sure you guys can hear me what I just said, but like, I noticed that this morning, young homeless and like not young teenager, but like young adult.
Please exit through the rear door.
So if you're sitting in the front, you gotta exit from the rear, even though the front door is closed. That's what happened to me yesterday. And then the bus driver was like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm sitting right there. You got all these people in front of me, and I can't get through with my bag." It's like, oh, I missed Japan sometimes. Because on the buses, you're not crowded. They just refuse to do that on the city buses anyway. Crowded? Conservative, CEO, conservative. This power bank works, but it is weak. Test these power banks, so I don't use it all the time. Birdie told me there's a new community refrigerator over here somewhere. I just gotta find it. It's brand new too. So we just gotta look. I think it's on Oak Street. So we're gonna try to look for it. It's probably nothing in there because it snowed all day and it's been nasty. I don't think anybody wants to really like, ooh, today's a donation day. No, it's more like stay your ass inside day. Fuck you doing outside? So, ladies and gentlemen, I am using the chest mount from TELESIN. That's how you pronounce it. I've been saying TELESIN, but it's TELESIN. Like TELESIN. So, thank you, TELESIN, for sending this chest mount, which I do prefer it. Especially if I have my uniform on. So. Now, okay, this is the boat street. So, I just gotta look for it. This is it right here. This is the street. A little birdie told me there's a new community refrigerator on this block. We just gotta walk the streets of New York City to look for it. If anybody wants to contribute to my GoFundMe, because it's gonna mean a lot to me very soon, I appreciate the donations, everyone. But let's go walk on the sidewalk like people think I'm trying to rob the fucking neighborhood or some shit. These paranoid ass people. So it might not be on this block. Look at this. Look at this house. This is why I miss Madison. So how's the chest mount doing for you guys? TELESIN, you send me this, I need to test it, right? So this is a good way to test this out. But I'm pretty sure it will be outstanding during the daylight because low light, it does struggle with stabilization. This iPhone 14 Pro, it's not like a wireless camera that has like a 5-axis stabilization. Mind you, the iPhone is good. But when it comes to low light, it struggles. Okay. Maybe it's the opposite way. I don't know. That poor dog is freezing. At least he got a VIP taxi. He don't have to walk. He got his owner, the human. Pull me. Pull me. Okay. We're looking for a new community. Oh man, I can feel those pebbles hitting me all over here, bro. You got that thing on super blast. Literally, the salt truck. I'm on the sidewalk. It is so cold. Dude, my life last night without my iPhone cable sucked. Oh my panda. I couldn't fucking use Spotify. I couldn't do anything. Yeah, because I had to wait an hour and 15 minutes for my TELESIN Master Grip to charge, because that one has a 3200 milliamp hour battery. but it only charges at 10 watts max. But when it gets close to like a 50% charge, that 10 watts becomes a 5 watt charge. So it varies. So keep that in mind. But at least when it finishes charging, it turns itself off. It never tries to overcharge the battery, which is great. So TELESIN, if you're listening to this part, which I'm probably going to cut this part anyway, just for your sake, and for the mind you, the consumer's sake, because these YouTubers these days, when they review these products, they review it in a studio and around a blog and around their neighborhood, which is fine. But I want to see a long-term usage of this product. I want to see someone that actually spend time with it. So I have not seen that in a while. So I started to make videos just like that. Every day. So I am grateful that these brands are sending me all this cool stuff, but what they should be sending me is paychecks. Let's be real about that. I wouldn't mind a paycheck, friend. Because Panda right now, he's about to go through some terrible situations next month. Because everyone's now trying to fuck me over now. With the whole, like, hostile, if you guys didn't hear, I posted on Instagram and everything about it came to the conclusion that they can't house me. So mind you, this is why I said that's why I had a second backup plan, just in case some shit like this would happen. So fucking sublet it is. I knew it was gonna happen. I'd rather just like tell you guys the quick story, because it is a violation of the housing code in New York City to have, mind you, a guest stay for more than 30 days. And this is why his wife did not approve of it. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to look up a plan B. And that plan B is going to come in handy. Well, it may not be. But, like I said, I found, mind you, someone that's willing to sublet for that period of time. This is what I kept that person in my back pocket. Because she kept, mind you, it's not she, they kept asking me, what's going on with the GoFundMe? I'm like, psh. What happened to those rollerbladed friends you were hanging out in the summer? Psh. Like, and mind you, I had to tell them, like, it's not all of them. It's just the ones that come and eat and freeload off everything. Like, oh, we got your back, bro. You cool dude. Thanks for cooking. Yeah, man, yeah, mind you, I'm bringing up my grills out. I'm picking, yeah. And all that money Jay spent just to, like, make things work. They don't even invite him to other events. They want to just only come when, mind you, he wants to help, or someone asks him for help because they know he got money. He doesn't have money like that. They just know that he can keep money on the side for that event, and people just abuse that. I don't see this community courage. If I think of what they think I know they're talking about, the housing project, that's not really DeVoe. No, that was supposed to be one. Yeah, I think I was supposed to go the opposite way. Oops. Oh, well. Yeah, because this is going towards, what the fuck is that? Excuse my language. But anyway, like I said, I just kept telling people, like, I don't really got a lot of good, liable, and sociable friends here in New York City. I let everyone know that. I let you guys know that. Come on, if I did, I wouldn't have to ask any of you to help me with the housing situation for my recovery, right? Right? That's why I was like, New York is so fake. This is why I wanted to leave, and now I want to leave again. The fakeness. People come in your, literally say this in your face. Yo, bro, I'm sorry for your condolences. If you need anything, let me know. And when I need something like mental health or guidance, and people are telling me stories, my mom went through that same problem, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, and then you disappear, which means, mind you, I'm not talking about like disappear. I'm talking about disappear. And stop watching my content. Like, you can tell when if you watch your Instagram or your social media accounts, you know who's paying attention and who's not, right? You have a good photographic memory to know, right? I don't see this community craze for out. Yeah, it's the opposite way. Fuck. I just burned myself just now. I wanted to check it out. But I'm cold. And I got a fucking, mind you, got a frostbite on my foot. Because my dumbass wasn't paying attention, everybody, and my foot went right in a puddle of ice cold, plungy water full of slush. And my boot got wet. So that's why I was in storage trying to dry my boot off. It's the only sensible boots that were dry now. Well, they were. But yeah. Now I got this frostbite on my pinky toe. And you can see the black, like the coloration. It's not black, but you can see that the irritation is. Yeah. It's bothering me right now as I'm walking. Oh, look at these sidewalks going, bro. It's so dangerous. Look at the ice. But here's the funny thing about the sidewalk. Guess who owns it? This part of the sidewalk. The MTA does. Yeah, the MTA owns this part of the sidewalk. But they don't want to shovel the snow. But they want to increase access to pay $3. Okay. Fucking levels, man. It's like, ooh, I turn around real quick. I want to see action. I'm not saying I want to see someone pull. I just want to see the dummy that behind the car get into it because he's a dummy for being a fool, trying to, mind you, should be speeding right now. Sidewalks full of snow. Look at that juicy snow. Ain't no dry spot. Who's gonna eat ice cream in this cold? Holy fuck. My teeth would freeze if I even had it. Mind you, that tooth is coming out, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I keep telling you, I think it's like a side effect. My calcium levels are fine. It's something else.
Do we know? No, we
I keep telling people, like, why aren't... Here's the thing, I'm having this confrontation with some people in my audience. If I literally said it multiple times in a video that I was going to go get something, if you don't want to watch my content in full, and you didn't want to pay attention to what I said and just want to jump and assume that I don't have anything, come on. I'm the most tech-savvy person you probably ever met. But here's the point. the point is, why would you want to send me and waste money sending a item or items when I can literally buy that item here, which I just did today, in a matter of seconds. But first, we took the trip back to the storage to go get the cables, right? But my point is, why is everything being reflected, or I should say, reflected back at me as if I did something wrong, right? So I wanted to confirm this. So I'm asking myself, like, that's kind of an assertive way to say that still it's your fault when it's not, or when the point is what you said in the comment defeats all the purpose of what I was trying to describe. I didn't ask for the item from any of you. I didn't ask the item and say, hey, everybody, I need a new cable. Donate for the new cable. No. I said, I have to go back to the storage and go get the other cables. And I said that at least like 6, 7, 8 times in last night's video. And then I said it another like 4 or 5 times in this morning's video. So I'm saying to myself, is it just me, or people just still want to cast that kind of burden on me still, and say that, well, I should never have talked about it in the first place if I didn't need it? That's what it felt like. It also felt like the blame was still cast on me. But why? When I was the one, mind you, stood up all night in this shit freaking face weather, waited till the time comes by to go get the goddamn cables. I just don't understand how you not understood what I was doing. So that's why I come off cocky, because I use my brain and all of it to, mind you, to estimate. I'm like the Shukaraku of fucking Naruto, bro. I fucking literally brain cipher my own my train of thoughts. I plan ahead. But the thing is that I never asked for anything. But then the person said this, everyone. I was just trying to help you. Yeah, you were helpful, but it was the wrong kind of helpful. It was the, kind of helpful. Like, where's that come from? I didn't say any of that, but no one wants to address that part. So that's why I seem a little bit edgy, or just not saying that I'm smarter, or just, no, think about what you just made the comment based on, right? But you still reflected all that on me as if I did something wrong. No, it could have just like, oh, he's going to the storage. Okay, and then ended that way, because he's going to get a cable. That's why. But it was not just that. It was the other day too, and the weeks before. Sometimes I get kind of like irritated. Like, do people actually know what they're saying before they reply? I'm not perfect either, but I just need to know. Do you understand what you're trying to apply to? You're literally applying to something I already had the answer for. That's why I couldn't understood why you inserted more into it. I already had the answer. The answer was I have to go back to the storage and go pick up the other cables. But I digress. Yeah, that kind of irritates me, everybody. Because it makes me want not to... No, here's the thing. I have met people that claim they have everything going for themselves. I used to be a talk host show and do this, like that fucking, like the radio talk host here in New York City. I did 2 talk hosts with him. And he got all cocky about, like, he's been doing this for this amount of years. And this is what I get off when it comes down to black people telling black people something. Right? Just because you think you have the knowledge and you've been successful doesn't mean the other person is not successful at other things. And this is where I get that kind of, I guess I'm getting that sense of that mentality from people of color when they answered people of color. It's like, and I don't mean it to sound very racist. It's not racist. It's just like, someone has to be the dominant one. But it doesn't necessarily have to be the dominant one. When I already had the answer to my own question, or I already have figured it out, but people just want to keep inserting themselves. And this is why I remind you, ladies and gentlemen, I just didn't understand why I have to reply back. And this is why when I replied back and I got my reply, I was like, what? I never said any such thing. I didn't ask. And that's why I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just like, I don't want to make videos anymore. I told Phil this in an email today. This is why I don't want to make videos anymore. I don't think people are listening to the narratives. It frustrates me. They're like, you're telling me that I'm literally paying attention to everything I'm doing. And everything I say. And I remember everything I said. But no one wants to reflect the fact that the comment served no purpose when I already had the answer. I just didn't get it. So it made me fucking mind boggle a little bit. It started to make me think, do people actually are trying to compete with me in some way? Because I feel that way sometimes. Just like, what was it? I was talking about, here's the thing, everybody. When people always gotta throw their careers in your face, I get bothered by it. I don't never throw my career in my face. I just say, listen, I used to do this, I used to do that. I did this, I volunteered for that. Now you know my history, blah, 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 right? But when someone inserts their career in a conversation for no apparent reason, to try to make them seem dominant, that's what I kind of have to act. I have to ask questions. Why? Why do you have to dominate the conversation? Which I felt like you're dominating my own fucking... Mind you, I solved my own problem. And people want to dominate it. Again, people always got to have the answer to what I already have the answer to. If I wanted the answer, I would ask the audience for that answer. But I didn't ask the audience for any answer. And that was what's mind-boggling. I didn't ask for an answer. Or anything. I said, I have to probably go buy a new cable, which I did. But it's not just that, everyone. Because I've been reading a lot of comments, and I'm like, what? I just said that in the video. Were you even paying attention? I literally had to tell the person, this guy, I have said that. Were you listening? Timeline 704. In one of my live streams. I literally said that. And he debated with me about I did not say that. Yes, I did. Just click on my comment on the timeline I'm giving you. And then he tried to say, oh, you edited. How do I edit the... Yeah, okay. This is when you know someone... Mind you, this is when someone knows they're wrong. How can I edit a video that's been recorded? Unless I have some movie magic through YouTube's editing system, which I barely use. I barely use it to edit. Mind you, I never use it to edit my videos. I only use it to upload the background music because apparently I used to have Video Leap. And every time I pay for a membership with Video Leap, right, YouTube would just deny it or give me a hard time with the copyright, mind you, releases because I paid for that, right? But they would give me a hard time. But half the time, right? YouTube accept it, but YouTube doesn't accept it because it's always a legal issue with freaking the third party, I don't know, copyright release holder called Hawk. So I stopped using it. But the point I'm trying to get here is that, guys, I've been on YouTube for more since the very beginning. When YouTube had hip hop, mind you, when they had hip hop, the category gender was not in dark. That must have happened recently within the last few years. Like I said, I don't normally use YouTube's music all the time, and I use Video Leap. I wish people understand the difference. So I hope someone is listening. This is not trying to retaliate. I've been on the platform known enough that I used to use all the hip-hop songs on YouTube back in the day. In 2016, 2017, 2018. It was never categorized or generalized as dark. I have proof of this. Because if you go back to my videos, and I make sure I have proof of this shit. I went all the way back to my videos, like, I have to have proof of this. And there it was, when I was in San Jose. I talked about how YouTube's practices were wrong. And then, mind you, this is before they had a music. Mind you, they had a music library, but how you get to it was cumbersome. I even showed that, and I was like, boom, see, it was never dark. It was always in the category of ambience. What was it? Ambience, jazz, R&B. It was never categorized as dark. This is why I'm like, yeah, YouTube. I understand if you're a composer. I talked to a composer. He gave me the definition of hip hop. He agrees, like, yeah, it does use dark melodies, but if YouTube recently categorized that, then no, that's not hip hop. Dude, anyone understand what hip hop is? Not rap, hip hop. What was the first hip hop? It's before 1980, before 1970. What was the first hip hop track ever? Was that dark? If anybody knows the answer, let me know in the comments. And if you do get it right, let's see if TELESIN will send you something. I want to see if someone has the knowledge. And note, don't use Google, because I can tell if someone is using Google. But no, like I said, everyone, I don't forget shit like that. I just don't. I have a photographic memory of all this stuff. This is why I'm like, nah. How is hip hop in dark category now? What the fuck? I had to say something. Because it's never, and then, mind you, I had two other YouTubers said the same thing, like, yeah, man, I didn't realize that. I was like, yeah, now you realize that. It's kind of weird. It was weird. It is weird for us. So people that worked in the film industry understands video. Mind you, I used to make skate videos back in the day. I kind of do know my categories and my genres. Okay? It was never categorized as some goddamn dark on YouTube. That's just YouTube. Because if you go to any other platform, they don't categorize hip hop as dark. That's why it's like, that's offensive. I'm gonna fucking call it dark, because it's... But if, mind you, not to be racist, everyone, but if a white person was to do hip-hop, oh, it's not considered as dark, it's considered as pop now. It's pop. Oh, it's different. You see that? This is why I was like, why are you... No. I guarantee our ancestors would turn over in their graves like, so you, as a black brother and sisters, you agree with this statement that our music from our generation is dark. Okay, I'm gonna whoop some ass. Back to McLaren Park. Oh, my penna is fucking windy, man. That's why I just cannot agree with when people are talking to me about what I just post. I can't agree with that. No. I've been composing for a while. I'm not the greatest composer, but I definitely know my genres. And I definitely know a YouTube system. And I never have seen that before. And mind you, like I said, 2015, 16, 17, 18, I was on YouTube's platform using their music because they were copyright striking everyone at those 13 that year. If you guys remember that whole 5-6 years of YouTube coming after creators for using, mind you, copyrighted music, that was like the hardest time. You had no choice. That's when I was like, no, I got video of this. And no one realizes they put up 3 new categories. Yeah. Because they say so. Yeah. Everyone's going to say, well, that sounds kind of cocky, Penny, that you're retaliating against someone that's watched your videos. No. I'm defending black music. The original of black hip-hop. Not that garbage you fucking listen to today. Not this what are you guys even listening to today? Remember when the shit was real, not fake. This is why I listen to a lot of 80s, 70s, and 90s. The new stuff is catchy, and I, mind you, download an instrumental, like use it for content. Get a copyright release property for it, boom, use it for that. But I never use those dumbass lyrics. Mama, say me that I love it. What are you saying? What are you saying? Speak English. Why don't you guys speak English anymore in hip-hop and rap? It's that rap or that trap rap stuff. Whatever you want to call it these days. Then now they got new names and new terms. I don't know, everybody. I just feel like some people like to test my intelligence. And I feel like they do it on purpose, or they do it entirely because I'm down and out. And I don't know any better. And I'm not young, first and foremost. I don't understand why people that think they like 7, 8 years older than me think they're older enough to tell me for right or wrong. Like, no, you're not. You gotta at least be at least 15 years. Give me 10 at least. I give you 10. But if you're 5, 6 years older than me, yeah. My ex-wife, Yuki, is 6 years older than me. Everyone was shocked when they found out, wait, I thought Panda was older. I'm like, oh, no. Yuki is. Look at all this. Waiting for a lawsuit. Slip and bust your ass. Alright, guys. I'm walking to stay warm. You understand my point, right? I gotta keep walking to stay warm. No one ever looks up, bro. No one ever looks up anymore. They all into the cell phones. I don't even be like that on the cell phone. I got all these nice little gadgets. From JJC and MAVEN filters and TELESIN and X-Cool and all these brands that want to send me stuff. And I'm using it for live streaming purposes, video, educating someone like you how to shoot video properly. Yes, I'm manually controlling all of my settings. Bit rate, frames per second, shutter speed, everything. Well, not the shutter speed at this moment, because at night, it doesn't really matter. But during the day, yes. Everyone said, that's a lot of work to manually. No, I put an ND filter on, keep it nice and smooth and buttery for you, butter your people up with some buttery content. That sounds like a porn star play right there. Yeah, babe, I'm going to butter you up and butter you up with my content. Oh, it's freezing out here. Oh. Ooh, and I got, oh shit. I forgot to charge this battery bank for this goddamn vest. Shit. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I don't want to use my freaking phone. Yeah, I don't want to use that. Because it's going to eat it up. So, ladies and gentlemen, enough of my ranting and my... Yeah, I'm just... Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I got a lot on my plate. I just don't want people testing my integrity. For their personal... I know, sometimes I feel like people want to be right about what I'm doing. Again. Like, can you ask before assuming? Or just listen to what I'm telling the audience. That's all. Like I said, it's just been a lot of comments lately, like, oh, you should do this, you should. Wow. I guess you didn't watch my video in full. That's why I know when people don't watch it, when they comment too early. Don't even state the timeline too. I pick timelines when I comment on other people's videos. Ask any YouTuber. Or actually, you could Google that yourself on YouTube. You can watch my videos. You can look at my history watch. You can go to those YouTube videos. You can see how I comment and I leave a timeline. People don't even want to fucking do that. It's so easy. But you want to type me. Here's the thing. I get upset when people preach to me, but you won't put in the timeline. 3 simple numbers. I cannot wait until I get approval of a gag order. Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to talk about that too. For Alex Bailey. And for they believe they might have found. I'm like, yeah, I met that person. John, yeah, that's not the Johnson I know. But last night I made a video. The Greenpoint Community Refrigerator is no longer on Nassau Avenue anymore or in Greenpoint. And mind you, I made a ton of videos explaining why this community refrigerator was the worst out of all the community refrigerators. Because you had all these, and mind you, I'm not racist towards the Polish community. So let's get this disclaimer out here. I have Polish rollerblader friends, I have Ukrainian rollerblader friends, Russian friends, but they all hang out at this corner at this community fridge that was once there. And even I donated food that one day, all that sushi, and that woman tried to take all of it. She was going to resell that food. Ladies and gentlemen, that's on my channel. That's on this channel, a video of this woman stealing food that mind you, not just me, but other people that donate. This is why I don't want to donate or stop donating. But here's another reason why it was removed. People would fight all the time. You look at my videos from 2022, 2023. Bum fights, over the community fridge. They will fight over food. Free food. And then they waste the food and feed it to the pigeons. Why are you taking perfectly good sandwiches and you're not even taking a bite out of it? You're just giving it to the birds. The food is for human consumption. The birds eat whatever they eat out here all the time. There's always free food for them all the time. There's a woman that come out here and gives them free freaking popcorn. Cooked popcorn. So it didn't make any sense. They were doing it. They even stuck their hand in food that should, mind you, just so they won't share it. Because they're being greedy. That's why it got removed. So I'm kind of happy that the community refrigerator is removed. It teaches these folks that were sitting there all the time to always be aware that you have to be kind to other people. Not selfish, not a bigot. And mind you, we even got them calling me the N-word on my live stream. Remember that? Calling me the N-word. Remember? For no reason. Because the Polish guy thought I was throwing rocks at him. How can I be throwing rocks and live streaming and sitting down enjoying myself at the same time in front of you? And not moving my hands like I'm throwing it. How? Remember that video, everybody? No good, lazy ass, fucking homeless fucking Polish people. And Ukrainian and Russian. They hang out there and get drink. Mind you, they drink in the, mind you, if you go in the subway right now, I guarantee you they're hiding in the subway. Or, oh, that's right, there's no freaking G service. They can't. But when there is service, they're down there drinking that, what is that, blue ice liquor shit that Justin drinks? Nope, yeah. Justin hangs out with them. Justin also does drugs and crack with them. And the very person that is supporting Justin's drug habit is the same person I was hanging out with, right? Mind you, I thought he was a cool guy. He wanted to get away from that. That's what I thought, but that was his persona. See, he was a triple agent himself. he was, mind you, and you're still hanging out with the same person. I just didn't get it. Why are you hanging out with a dude from Boston that stole, if he was your friend, if someone's living there? Yeah, you can tell. That's an AC. But anyway, how are you hanging out with the same person that stole from you? And then you tell me, you don't hang out with Justin anymore. But you're giving him $20 for what? I just saw you give him money, bro. So when I keep approaching him about it, I was like, why are you giving this fucking bum-ass nigga money, bro? He's gonna fucking do crack, he's gonna drink with it. Why are you supporting his habit? I said, why don't you give your money to someone that actually is gonna use it for buy food or buy something useful? This guy, he doesn't even want to volunteer. And then, this is the day, mind you, he said this not once, not twice, but 3 times. The third time, I had to say something. He's like, this is why I hate Puerto Ricans. They loud. I was like, yo, bro. We were sitting in that lot radio when he said that shit. And I was like, yo. First and foremost, one of my real dudes named Jay, he's Puerto Rican. He is my man dude. And before him, there are dudes before Jay that are Puerto Rican. Where you from, bro? I already knew where he's from. But I asked him that question. I said, where you from? Are you originally born here in New York? No. You got the nerve to fucking talk shit about Puerto Ricans? Nah, bro, we ain't cool anymore. I'm done with you, bro. I'm done, people. He said, all these Puerto Rican, Dominican people, they loud, they no good, kick them all out. I was like, kick you out? You're not even a fucking... Nah, man, don't sit here and fucking pretend you fucking... No. That shit pissed me off, everybody. It literally grind my ears, bro. It's like the third time he's like, "You're raging." I'm like, "I'm raging." And Mike, I had all these white people at Lot Radio looking at me and it's like shaking their head, yes. Like hearing me tell this dude, like, "You say another racist shit about Puerto Ricans again, I'm gonna knock your fucking teeth out." You said, "You're not Puerto Rican, though." I was like, "I don't give a fuck. Those are our people, New York people. They're motherfucking right here. You got a problem with Puerto Ricans? Get the fuck out." Fucking dumbass. Because some guy was talking, mind you, he's Dominican, not Puerto Rican, dumbass. That's how to educate his ass. He's Dominican, by the way. He told me he was loud, he's being loud. So what? It's a public fucking place. He's on the phone. Fucking rude. But you still out here drinking and bullshitting with Justin and that other black douchebag with the fake contact brown eyes that literally stole from Jonathan. Come on, we know he stole his interface recorder and sold it for some money. No one didn't rob him. Because if he got robbed, where's the police report? Where is the police report? You file a police report. If you get someone else's property stolen off the streets of New York City, you file a police report. Am I right or wrong, everybody? Because it's not yours. Now you were responsible. Now you got to pay the man some money. Because you know you fucking stole it. You sold it. That's why there's no police report. This is why people don't even fucking kind of think. When I got my shit stolen, I called 911 or I called the nearest precinct. Normally I have them in my iPhone. I have all the precincts, even in Williamsburg, in my phone. I just got robbed. I'm not calling 911 for it because the person got away. He's long gone. This is why I'm calling it the basic number. I'm located at this. Okay, we can have a unit come out there right now. Yeah. Even though it's the same way as 911, but what's the point calling 911 when you have the number on speed dial? But the point is, everybody, where is that police report? If you got robbed, where's that police report? Where's your case number? I keep telling people, this is why you got to know when you see a junkie. And I try to tell this guy, he's a fucking undercover black junkie, bro. He doesn't want to bathe. He's wearing the same clothes every fucking day. I could get it, because mind you, I wear the same clothes like 3 times a day, but mind you, your shit is dirty. My shit's still clean. Then you only come around when you see this fucking Ukrainian dude, because he got money. He's hanging out with me because he's trying to get away from you guys, but turn like I said already, he was being a triple agent. He's trying to play both sides of the cards, trying to cheat, in a sense. I was like, what? Dude, either you're gonna hang out with Justin, be a crackhead, be a drunk, or you're gonna hang out with this black douchebag and your drunky buddies and the Polish buddies at the park. Or you can just leave this all alone, leave it behind you like I just did. Mind you, I wasn't even going to show shit. I just wanted to find out what was really going on in the park when I first met you guys. Because it is my business. It is my right. But now we know who they all are, we stay away. All a bunch of drunks. And everyone can tell you that from this area. Yeah, Panda don't hang out with the drunks. Panda don't drink with the drunks. You don't see me drinking a fucking bottle of fucking liquor. What the fuck? What is it called again? Blue ice? Or ice blue? Or whatever it's called? Yeah, guess how much that shit is? Guess how much that bottle of alcohol is to a homeless person in New York City? It's $3. Yes, that's right. You can get a fucking 16 ounce, or what is it 16 or 12 ounce? I think it's 16 ounce. You get a 16 ounce, some hardcore blue ice, what is it? Is it vodka? Or I don't know. It's clear, but it makes brain cells never return. That's how dangerous it is. You can literally set on a fire, or mind you, you could probably combustion bust open drinking that shit. Who knows? Listen, everyone, I'm 46. I just don't like confrontation. I'm sick of people telling me what I can and cannot do. I've been sick of that shit for the last fucking 10 years. You can't do this. You never become that. You can't do this because you don't have this now. You can't do this because you're going to need support from the sea. Just go into a shelter. And fuck no. You go into a fucking man's shelter and you could get robbed. I listen to you fucking assholes. Yeah, I listen to those people that were being assholes, going into the shelter, and look what happened to me. Got robbed, dick. I'd rather fucking die of a frozen death than have someone violate my fucking rights.
Welcome to come if you want to come.
I guess people don't know how to share sidewalks these days either. Oh my God, I'm so cold. I hope you guys liked the video, because this chest mount from TELESIN is pretty I hope it's doing justice. Oh yeah. The fancy rich restaurants here that nobody can afford. Listen, a plate here is like $100 per person. Yeah, it's outrageous, right? You're like, what? Yeah. Welcome to the New Williamsburg. Damn, man, I used to skate back in the day here. None of these stores were here. It was just bandit buildings, skate spots. Open dock. Now I'm being told, get the fuck out. I'm like, but I was born here. I don't care. Leave. Go somewhere. Juicy juice your ass somewhere else. All these fancy. Yeah, mind you, I like new change. But I don't like change when there's people that think they're in charge. Mind you, this is a community, not a dictatorship. Alright guys, subscribe, like, and share. I'm just sharing as I'm walking. Because a little birdie told me they brought back the community refrigerator at the music hall. We see, because we couldn't find the devote one. Takeout coffee. You know, someone gave me free coffee the other morning. I forgot to talk about it, and I didn't want to like throw it away, so I gave it a try. Once again, I gave coffee a try. And the person that gave it to me saw my face. He was like, what's wrong? I was like, I just don't like that bitter taste, man. He's like, you put some more sugar in it. I was like, I don't want sugar. I don't drink things with a lot of sugar in it, because that's not natural. Because it's not. Alright, so the community refrigerator is still blocked. Alright, so it's here. Just reference, everyone. The community refrigerator is now here. Not at Greenpoint. So, And they built a nice little box for it too. Look at that.
What's up, man?
Let's see if the community destroyed this one too. Oh, my panda. So yeah, it's back here at Music Hall, which I don't listen. I came here for 2 shows before. Like I said, when I was out here, it was kind of a little bit of like torment and bullshit. This is why they should have put it somewhere else. Maybe like Long Island City. But it's here, everyone. But it's a smaller version. See, if you remember the old community refrigerator, they had these murals on front of the fridge. But it was much wider, you had more compartments, but this one is much thinner. So, not a lot of food, but you see how it's blocked off? You can't get access to it. Because they run in the show. So that means you gotta wait till after the show is done so you can access it. That's not a community refrigerator either. So there's still problems with, in my opinion, that's a problem. If I don't have free will to get to it, right? Or anyone, that's not a community refrigerator. That's control. So as you saw, everyone, it's behind a gate that you can't get access to it until after the show. He didn't even ask me, do you want to get inside, get something from the fridge? No. He stood guard. That's like, gotta wait till after the show, like they did last time. They did this last time when they had a community refrigerator here. You have to wait until after the show, even though if there might not be people outside. Mind you, it's kind of defeat the purpose of community fridge. So, take it with a grain of salt. And there was nothing really in there. Because no one has access to get to it. Not yet. So you gotta wait after hours. And this is why most people hated or didn't like the Music Hall community refrigerator. And people that wanted to donate to it didn't really have access to it. You had to come like very early in the morning before showtime. You can't come at night. So if you own like a bakery shop and you close out around 6, 7 o'clock and showtime's around 6, yeah, it depends. But I don't think that's a proper place to put that community refrigerator. Especially if it's guarded up like that again. Like I said, you're going to have problems again. Didn't it? But it's not a One Love community refrigerator. You know who controls it? North Brooklyn Alliance. Yep. North Brooklyn Alliance took over the Greenpoint. Yeah. That's why it's here in Williamsburg. They took it over. Because you know why? Because if you go to their website, click their QR code, want to donate money, oh, it's money for them. Not money to really put, come on, we know half these organizations, some of these organizations don't really put money back into community refrigerator like they're supposed to. They don't. They pay the electricity bill for the month or the contract or agreement. But North Brooklyn Alliance is this neighborhood. And there's a fellow rollerblader that worked with them this past summer. And he'll tell you from experience. Yeah, they're kind of grumpy. And they're kind of like, yeah. They're not very, in my opinion, I just feel like they're a very passive-aggressive organization. And very cocky and stubborn. It's like they only want the best things for, which is true. You should fight for the best things for this community. But it's the wrong things they fight for the community for. Why is there no bathhouse for these men or homeless men and women? Why don't you open up a free bathhouse? No one wants to think about that. But you go to fucking Portland, you could get a free shower. You can go get a free shower, everybody. The bar and clock place that I worked at, you can get a free shower. Ask any fucking homeless person in Portland. Yeah, you can get a free shower, bro. That's true. There's 5, 6 places now. But the main place, the bar and clock, yeah, that was the main place. Because that was like the downtown hub. Because the Greyhound was next door. And that was Crackhead Alley. If you watch any of my videos, everyone, Portland videos, you're gonna be like, oh, Panda, you would do that shit? Yep, Crackhead Alley. You thought New York was bad? Oh. No, you guys didn't see nothing yet. Check out those 2015, 16, 17 videos of Portland. You'll find out. You gotta walk. Yeah, you might get robbed by a crackhead just because they might just like, ah! Yeah, it was just unhinged. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've been live streaming for a while. I've been giving you guys the inside scoop after the storm. Yeah, it did, yeah, some places received 3.2, some places received 3 inches, some places actually received 2.8, some places upstate New York received 6 inches of snow. I was like, whoa, okay. So we got hit pretty hard last night. Oh, it's not over yet. We're gonna get a deep surge of cold air for the next 3 days. Oh, that's gonna hurt so bad. Ooh, like my hands right now, fucking hurting. Ooh. Oh my man, these gloves suck balls. If anybody wants to donate for new gloves, there's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, because we're gonna need some thicker gloves in this. I got these thin piece of garbage, 99-cent gloves. Oh. Welcome to New York.
Yeah.
You heard it first, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not the only one. Everywhere you go, you just smell the marrow of cannabis. It's like, you come out the subway, you smell cannabis. That's your new ozone layer, cannabis. So you got cannabis troposphere. You got the ozone. You got you got a new ozone layer or troposphere. It's called cannabis. Mixing with that. Oh my panda. Yeah, that's all you smell. You don't even need to buy marijuana. You can just inhale it. I get high. Like, oh yeah, air. Cannabis air. Yeah, you don't even need to buy cannabis. You can just get high off the air. Seriously. See, this guy right now is smoking right now. See? You can just smell it. It's everywhere, bro. Alright, let's check some of these comments. Because I haven't talked about the comments. Oh. Watching from California, can't imagine living in the cold. It looks freezing. It is fucking freezing. I had to endure this shit last night, friend. That was not pleasant. Oh my panda, come on. This sidewalk. Hey, owners. Put some ice on these sidewalks. I mean some salt. Look at this sidewalk. It got some nice salt. Look at that sidewalk. Dangerous. An accident waiting to be happen. Welcome to New York. Because no one gives a shit about the sidewalks. Yeah. Just gotta be careful. doggies? The doggy's like, yo, mommy, why are we outside? It's cold as brick as this bitch. Just go back upstairs. Let's pee real quick and just go back upstairs. Oh, this restaurant closed down too? Oh, wow. Damn. Oh, wow, there's a glove right there. I can use that glove. It's only one glove. That's literally a glove right there, everybody. It's red and black, too. Oh, my panda. Let me stop playing around. I could have taken that glove. Yo, I should make a series of gloves of New York City. You know how many times I saw gloves, one pair of gloves missing on the floor of New York City? Every day. Alright, we're gonna make it right. I'm cold. I need to find a warm place. Let's see. Ooh. We're gonna walk back to Metropolitan. I need to find some food now. I can't spend money right now. Alright, and mind you, I can't spend money because I don't have the money in my bank account anymore. Because it's now on the GoFundMe. So yeah, everyone, I am joking around, walking around, and I'm the one with the fucking cancer. Enduring this bullshit. Yep. This is why I want to do all the good deeds now before something might happen. You never know. This is why, if you have been watching my channel on my Instagram, I've been donating toys when I got paid the last 3 times. Mind you, actually 3 times, because someone actually bought something from me. I spent some of the money and bought a toy, mind you, several toys for a toy drive. And brought more toys. You want to see? I can show you guys. Oops. Hold on. Is it this? Okay.
Even though there wasn't supposed to be wrapped, it's supposed to be unwrapped.
So someone brought that box after seeing me multiple times come back and donate more toys. And the guy that donated that box, he's a bit cocky. He's a big fucking cocky ass. He's like, I know many celebrities. I know many lawyers. I'm like, oh, you one of those shit talkers. Yeah. So, the other day, I said something when I went by there to donate the toys, right? I said, these people sit here every day and they talk all this nonsense but won't donate one single toy. And I said it so loud, people looked at me and was like, huh, this is why I'm glad I don't fucking care for this neighborhood anymore. Because everyone is fake. And Christine was like, Panda. And then Adele was like, hey, you're not wrong. And I was like, I know I'm not wrong, because it doesn't make sense. You got all these rich ass people won't donate one single fucking toy. But mind you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm homeless. I donated 7 fucking toys. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is why I get pissed off. I get pissed off. I'm homeless, and I'm able to donate 7 fucking toys with my work money. But these folks like sit there and talk all that nonsense in Starbucks and whatever. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So Christina's gonna tell Carly, that's in charge of the box, because mind you, there was a vote to see if there was going to be a toy drive. I voted. I said, yeah, there should be a toy drive. You see how many rich ass people donate. So now Carly knows that, like, yeah, I'm kind of personal. When I was a kid, everybody, I didn't have that luxury to have all these nice toys. I feel that pain. When I was a kid, being poor, being in a foster fucking family or a foster care system, you got no, mind you, you don't have a proper Christmas. You have one of those bougie bullshit Christmas, those foster care Christmas, when no one really gives a shit about you. I have to like tell Christina, like, oh, the foster care system might have got better because there's more enforcement. There's more CCTV now. Back then, there was no CCTV. There was no one watching supervisors. There was sexual abuse. There was child abuse. There was all types of shit going on. You don't, that's why, please don't educate me about anything. You people don't know what I have seen in the foster care system. Abuse. Like I said, everyone, and I'm going to say it again for like the 100th time, I'm a victim of being, mind you, raped as a child by a woman. So I don't want to hear that from the foster care system. So eat it. You can go back on my channel. How many times I have said that, Michael Collins, Alicia, Phil? How many times I have said this? I even talked about it dozens of times. So I know what I'm fucking talking about. People don't give a shit about these foster children. This is why I want to know where the toys are going. I want to know where it's going. It better go to a child that needs it, not some child that already has it. There's a difference, everyone. When a child that already has it, mind you, has Christmas gifts at home waiting, and they go to another fucking party to get more Christmas gifts that we, the people, the taxpayers, donate for people and children that don't have it, and ends up turning out to be going to these fucking rich people parties with all these fancy Christmas parties. That's what, yeah, that's why I want to know where it's going. I have that fucking right to. All these fake fucking drives and shit. So, yo, Christine was like, wow, you really are like, no, I'm offensive because like, I've been to these events before. I'm like, wait, I thought they were supposed to be like poor kids coming. Turns out it's just regular fucking kids that really have nice parents, nice cars. Like, wait, we giving these gifts to these kids? No, I don't agree with that. This is why I left Seattle. I was like, yo, Seattle, you guys are doing opposite shit. All these organizations up there faking it, talking about, oh, it's for the good of cause. These kids have fucking Super Nintendo and all this fucking fancy shit already. These are just simple toys. They're not going to use it. They're not going to appreciate it. The fuck? Sorry, everyone. I'm passionate about this because I know I was a child. We all were children. But you didn't grow up the way I did. Fucking excruciating. And look what's in the news now. You got all these fucking nasty ass adults touching kids. Oh yeah, my next short video that's coming up, part 3. Bad criminals. Oh, got a lot of petties, especially female petties. Showcase their ass. Fucking pervert ass people. That's why no one can never say I haven't been a victim of anything. Been a victim of sexual abuse, been a victim of sexual child abuse, been a victim of fucking abuse, period, been a victim of a hate crime twice. Get the fuck out of here. Been discriminated. Mind you, I had to leave my job because shit was getting tense. I was getting threatened by other colleagues. Oh, you're threatened. Good. Glad I got that on video. You work for the man. Yeah, this was Jim. at Porchlight said, everyone.
They did.
He goes, you lucky you didn't get hired by Preston because he would have fired your ass. You lucky you worked for the white man and all that because I work for the state of Wisconsin. He said all this shit on video when I showed Porchlight. They was like, oh, yeah, your employees are threatening me because I'm setting tone. People are literally abusing the system here. Now you guys, mind you, they were using your social security number without your fucking consent, and you're not even using the shelter system or the system itself. Ooh. I'm sorry I spoke up for your rights and jeopardized my work. Mind you, I jeopardized my job just to speak up. And no one gives me praise for that? I won. Do you guys realize that? I won against Porchlight. They had to change their facility. They had to change their protocol. They had to change their whole hiring procedure. And they got fined a $200,000 fine. They got fined because everything I provided to, mind you, to the state of Wisconsin, to the EEOC, was credible. Everything was dated, monthly. When they abused my client, Bill Lewis, partial blind man. Oh, that's when I said, I got, mind you, veteran. That's when I got heated. Calling people out. Punk ass, you want to sell drugs in the fucking shelter? You bitch. I know all about what you're doing in the shelter. I'm going to come by there, Maurice. Yeah, his name is Maurice. If you ever go work out, if he's still working for Porchlight Inc., did you know, yeah, they didn't get rid of him because he got some dirt on someone. That's what that is. Yeah, Maurice. He likes to date white women and then talk shit about them. Yeah, he's that type of fucking Negro. Fucking douchebag. I called him out on his shit. I said, we can take it to the 9, nigga. What's up? Let's go to the backyard. He didn't want to go into the driveway to throw the fist. Pussy. Somebody, he gonna lose his job. You already lost your job without fucking threatening me. I work for the state. You work for the little man. You dick shit. That's why I won my EEOCs, everybody. I don't care what no one says on fucking YouTube. Those EEOC finals and the money they gave me went to all of my fucking debt. Went to E's debt, the funeral expenses. It went to my medical expenses when I got my face destroyed. We spent all that money in traveling just to get medical services for a skin graft. I'm better be happy that I even have a face. But everybody won't say the right thing. That I stood up for your fucking civil rights, your constitution, your right as a human to not get your information abused. Yeah, this organization was abusing. There was a lot of shit going on there. I didn't like that. Why would a guy assume that I was affiliated with Maurice? That's when I was like, wait. Say that again, sir? So, oh, I thought you the guy that for a baggie. Baggie of what? He's like, yo. And everyone's like, Henna doesn't smoke, dude. He doesn't do that shit. He's like, oh, I'm talking to the wrong man. That's how I discovered it, everybody. So I kept going downstairs. I kept visiting the facility and going downstairs. And in that one moment, when I saw Maurice go by the beds and hand this guy like a drug pass. You know the drug pass, you know the handoff. I was like, oh, it's getting gangster like that down here? Okay. So I kept recording it and recording and recording. Not once, not twice, 22 times. That should have been more evidence enough that there was a drug there was drug sales going on inside the fucking homeless shelter. 22 sales. Mind you, they were on different days. They weren't back to back. But the video file says, oh, so you got this 1 week, and the next week you got it again. Because he only worked like, 3 times a week sometimes. So, yeah, but then I realized everybody was on the scheme. Selling all types of shit. Over the counter paid description, medication, yeah. It was a fucking bargain sale inside fucking Porchlight. Oh, my pen is cold. So I don't care what no one tells me and says shit about fucking Porchlight. Everybody knew Porchlight was, they hired people that didn't actually have common sense half the time. The only decent person they probably had was Willie. He was just this cool guy that come work by once in a while. We hang out a few times because I wanted to mention you, he's a vet, but Willie's going through some mental stuff too, and I think he went through some stuff. So, Willie, make a, mind you, they marketing money off your ass. Did you sign any fucking legal papers, documents? Because, you know, that's your face up there. You have every right how they're going to... I had to let him know. He has the right to know how they're using his face. He owe me money. Maybe he's trying to hide from some people. Maybe he doesn't want to be noticed by his family. But then again, he did go visit his family. See, I don't think he had any issues with his family. But the one time we did hang out, when I actually brought my girlfriend to Hilldale, and he moved to Hilldale. I was like, yeah, I used to live right down the street here. I'm gonna introduce you to my old landlord. I knock on the door and ask one of the neighbors, can you call Scott? There's like, because Scott's old number is not working. It's like, oh yeah, he changed his number. I was like, yeah, I'm supposed to be his old tenant. I'm not looking for anything. I don't owe him. I just wanted to say hi to him. And Scott drew so fast. Where does he lives in Wisconsin? What is that? Is that Mineral Point? He lives somewhere in Mineral Point. That's like maybe like 10, 15 minute drive. He got to Hilldale in 5 minutes. He was like, yo, Panda, yo, it was good to see you, man. I heard everything. I was like, oh, heard everything about what? We talked about some... I sued a landlord in Madison for literally trying to lie about how we moved out of her apartment. I said, you sure you want to lie? I asked this landlord, you sure you want to go ahead and make that statement? She's like, yeah, you left my apartment dirty. We had to clean it up. I was like, you sure about that? Okay. You realize that this is, mind you, this is like 2008, 2009, right? And it's like, mind you, this is when YouTube was lifting off. And I was one of the, mind you, I was a creative back then. And I used to record everything and upload everything. I said, you sure about that? I showed her a video, like, you sure? So when we, we moved out 2 months before August because we went back to Japan for the summer. And our new place, our condominium, we were moving into in the end of August. So we told the landlord that we are moving out, we won't be back. Here's the keys. She was like, so you're violating the lease. No, we obligated the lease. Just no one won't be there at all. We just cleaned the place out and that's it. So here's your keys. But mind you, technically we gave her the keys, and when we gave her the keys, we told her, so no one should be living there until after our lease is done. So we made sure of that because the neighbors would let us know. Because sometimes you would have a landlord that would literally violate that mind you, our lease. But what she tried to do is say we left it dirty. We didn't leave it dirty. We're just one boy, one girl. How are we the dirtiest people? Yeah, they try to lie. And then when I had photos and videos of us cleaning it on the day, because that's the great thing about metadata on your camera, It can't, mind you, the metadata doesn't lie when you take a picture. Where the fuck am I going? I just walked by here like 3 times already. But anyway, guys, I gotta get going, man. I'm getting cold. I wish I met some nice hot Japanese women right now. She'd be like, you want some ramen? I'm like, oh yes, I want some ramen. Yes, it's New York City from the dirty aura. You're right. I read that comment. He's like, look at the dirty aura. Yeah, it's New York City. That's a good... Yo, you explained that perfectly about New York City. Man, that was like the perfect description of New York City. I don't really do Christmas. I'm gonna have a fucking bad Christmas, guys. I gotta save money, man. My next paycheck is gotta go to the GoFundMe. All of it. Every single dime. And it sucks. Because I'm gonna need that for January. Not mind you, when I'm in the hospital for those whatever 5 to 9, 8 days after surgery, mind you, before I even go to surgery, I gotta literally talk to this landlord about the sublet. I don't understand. I gotta talk to these people about the sublet. They're a couple. I gotta talk to them about it. I'm not sure if I can get the money for it. I got a deposit, but I don't have the month. So I'm fucked, everyone. I'm fucking screwed. And no, I can't medically stay at the hostel. Like I said, explained this already. It can't work that way. I need to be in a clean environment where, mind you, and I said that before to you guys. Staying in a hospital doing this procedure, that's not the right call for this. I need to find other housing. But like I said, I gave it a try. I knew it wasn't going to work out. But, you know, the owner was going to let it work. But, you know, you got to respect his partners that own it as well, his family. So, yeah, and I agree. It's not safe. Because one of you but that's the thing. I'm not going to be in the dormitory. I'm going to be in a private room. But still, it's not safe. And it's expensive as fuck. I got the discount, but still, man. I just don't know what to fucking do right now. So, I'm kind of like, I'm trying to think of some way to gather extra funds for it, but I can't work miracles with paychecks. That's just a fact. But anyway, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I need to go back up to Bushwick. I'm gonna walk up this way because I'm fucking cold. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one.